big night for you tonight. Got in the end zone, and ran the ball really well. Just how confident do you feel after having a night like tonight?
I feel good. It's all about practice, you know. Every day we're practicing hard, getting ready for the game, you know, treating everybody the same. And it just felt good to, get out there and do what I do best.
Now, and obviously, you've been through a lot in your career. How much does it mean to you to, have the chance to score, 2 touchdowns so far this season, 70-plus yards tonight to have, kind of get on the field and show what you can do?
It feels good, but all the thanks goes to my teammates, competing every day. Me pushing Henry pushing me pushing Mark pushing me, it all leads up to the game, and then it eventually shows in the game.
That big offensive line, just how does it feel running behind those guys, straight home street and everything?
Me personally, it feels great. As you can see, you saw the holes tonight, and it was wide open. Part of the Red Sea, that's exactly how it is. Love the boys.
Don, can you kind of expand a little bit on, just the competition in the running back room and how you guys are just able to push and elevate each other?
It started since day one, since all the freshmen came in, and it feels good to be pushed. I haven't been pushed in a while, as you guys know. I've been on injury reserve, and it felt great to get that competitive spirit back into me, especially pushing Henry, and like I said, it all turns over into the gameplay. Every week it just turns on. We just get more competitive every week.
Yeah, Don, there was a drive where you accounted for every single yard. Can you kind of walk us through what went on in that drive?
Great conditioning, basically. But no, it's just trusting me, and they gave me the opportunity. Every time your number's called, you got to do what you got to do.
You guys seem to be embracing working as a group. The four of you sharing carries. Where's that coming from?
That's not in my power, but I love it. I love having to compete. It's all about competition. That's what Coach Cristobal is being on top of. Is we always gotta compete. If there's no competition, then what is it? Just people just being you. No, we don't go for that. We always compete. So having the four of us, we also gotta have Chris and the rest of the running backs competing in the room, but having all of us in there it's just a great opportunity to be around people who have the same goals as you, and that's trying to reach new heights with you.
Nice to see all the young guys get in, and Chris scored a touchdown tonight. What was that like? What was his reaction?
I think it was no, Chris got in, but it felt good. I feel like he had a warm feeling in his heart. He finally got the chance to, like I said, when your number's called, you go out there and you prove yourself. And that's exactly what he did. He's a stand-up young man, and he's just going out there proving himself every time his number gets called. I'm very, very proud of him. He's been waiting on this.
Anything else for Don?
X mentioned after last weekend's game that the culture at Miami is at an all-time high. Is that something that you've noticed as well?
I noticed this in the spring. I knew things were a lot different. A lot different. Just the way people came in with a certain type of attitude, coming into the building morning and leaving the building at night, and we still got the same attitude, an attitude that we came here to win, and that's it. We came here to do what we got to do. So.
Don, how do you feel about traveling and going to an away game? What's that like for you?
I feel great. We've had a great September defending home, and ready to go. Out into the world and discover and just do what we've been doing.
Don, if I remember right, you and Tyler were in the same recruiting class, right? You guys.
Absolutely.
You said earlier he thinks it's basically playing the best he's ever played. How do you feel about how he's been playing so far this year?
I'm probably the wrong person. I always think Tyler good. I've never seen a bad play from Tyler. Tyler's a very smart man, and I know he knows what he's doing. So when he plays, I feel like he knows what he's doing. He knows what he has to do. So Tyler's always been great in my book, and he has been nothing less.
How have you seen him kind of maybe grow since you guys got here to now?
I've seen him grow. I've seen him become the leader that he is now, for sure. I've seen him grow into that leadership role, and it's been a great journey watching him do that. Even with me, he's been a little bit of a motivation in my 2 years that I've been out, and I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm just happy to see him continue to move on with his journey.
one more for Don.
Yeah, you talk about the emotional win of the Texas A&M game and how important that was for the program, but now then you go into another week where you're gonna be playing a game where there's gonna be a lot more players. Compare and contrast the 2 weeks that you've had this week here with the two games in such a short period of time with Texas A&M versus Bethune.
So we treat every game the same. Every game is the same. It's a week by week with us. Go 1-0 every week. Every game has to be. We have to have the same mentality going leading up to the game. Same competition, same everything. Treat every game the same.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
Thank you.